It's Jame.
And this is
a sip
and a shot
shooters.
Whoop, whoop. Our quick little 5-minute conversations, and we have guests this time.
Yep.
This is Ty V,
And this is Brittany P.
And so we wanted to pose this question.
Okay.
And it's gonna be short.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I might need a timer for y'all answers.
Okay.
All right.
What makes someone a hoe?
Mm-hmm. What is
A hoe.
a hoe?
I believe you're not a hoe if nobody knows.
I think that's probably the best way to.
That's the best way to say it.
I think you're only a hoe if like.
I think I told you that.
Yeah, this has
You
come.
said it?
Yeah, Brittany said it has come up in conversation before. I think when your cousin was here, and we talked about like hoes and stuff like that. And I think Brittany was like, "Well, you ain't a hoe. Don't nobody know."
Nobody know you're a
And
hoe.
we were like, "Well, all right."
Yes.
Well, all right.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. I mean,
what would you consider a hoe? So, like y'all know, we met each other over 10 years ago. What would you have considered a hoe at 18?
This is so.
We don't say names. Right?
This is so.
No, we did not say names.
Don't say names. And I feel like there's situations that we know people have done and been in. Okay, I have one.
Okay.
A male. Because I feel like men are not called out on their wholeness. It's just like, oh, they're being a guy, so them sleeping with multiple women in a span of 24 hours or maybe 16 hours or maybe 10 hours is normal. I had a guy friend, me and my homegirl went to their apartment or whatever, we were just kicking it regular. And he was like, yeah, I had 3 girls come in one day and blah, 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 and I left the door open for my homeboy. And I'm like, which is another whole different conversation.
Yeah.
But it was the idea, me and her, we're looking at him like, wait, you had 3 girls in one, like, day? And he's like, yeah. We're like, so did you sleep? Was it like a threesome? Were there multiple people? He was like, no. It was just, one comes in, you take care of that, she sends her away, and another one comes in, you take care of that, she's out the door, the last one comes in. It's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of organization. Like,
You know what? Men can be organized with things they want to be organized with. Just like they do what they want to do when they want to do it.
Okay.
And that's that. But I would say that you...
I think right
quick
there.
rotation?
Yeah, I think that right there. Yeah.
You think that would make someone hoe?
I think that would. I mean, that's you teeter right on the line. Like you could.
If it's 3 in one night versus if it's like 3 in a week.
Yeah,
Right. I think that's different.
Are you getting a whole bath in? And using whole bath. Whole bath in.
There you go.
You might answer questions for some people.
I think if you rotate in the day,
And
not in the week.
What is there a difference between 2 and 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I don't. For me, I think if I hear about you from multiple men or women, for that matter, and they're all in the same friend group sometimes, and they're all the stories happen very similar, like within the span of the same time. I'm like, so you did that with her, and you did that with her, and you did that with her, and I'm like,
I would say not even in the span of the time. Like, I have guy friends who have told me they've been at, like, a different college, and then people will bring up, like, a girl's name and be like, oh, you know her? And they're like, yeah. Like, yeah. They're like, oh, she's a good time. And for them to, like, be comfortable enough to not know that person, like, not know the other guy, and just be like, oh, well, you should hit her up because she's a good time. As in, like, I know she's a good time. Everybody knows she's a good time.
She's good at setting up her evening.
She's good at setting up her evenings. And the activities that you do in that evening are spectacular. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But then, like, the comfortability to be able to talk about somebody, or if you end up in a group chat.
Does that make you a hoe? But, okay, what's the difference between being a hoe and just being sexually free?
I think they could be the same thing.
I think, yeah.
depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
I think, I honestly think that you said it, or Brittany said it best. It's like, if people know about your business, then yeah, you can be considered a hoe. If don't nobody know.
Who can say? Who knows?
And it's funny because sometimes you feel like don't nobody know, but then like years later somebody comes up and is like, did you date so-and-so? And it's like, date? No, we didn't date.
I feel like you have to have, like, you feel like if it's one of those people where don't nobody need to know, you need to have that conversation up front. But like,
I think everybody should just keep their mouth shut.
Right. Don't nobody need to know what's happening between you and that. You know, like, what's about to happen is about to happen.
Is that fair, though? Because, like, if something happened with you, you would tell us.
But y'all not going to tell nobody. You know what I mean?
That's the difference.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it, but if he tells, like, his close friend, and he's under the, idea that his close friend is going to keep his mouth shut, but he does, and then he tells, the close friend tells the girl he, dealing with one of his friends. Like, I'm sure it's not like everyone's in a circle. It's like, oh, that girl...
That does happen.
Yeah. Well, that's probably one of my hypocrisies, like, very hypocritical for me to say. If I say don't tell nobody, 3A is excluded from the rule. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, majority of the time.
3A is excluded from that rule. But
I would say, like, you have to know your friend group. As long as it just doesn't get around. I have a lot of guy friends, and I sit oftentimes like a fly on the wall. They'll forget. Yeah, and I had to tell Brittany, I'm like, hey, sit back and shut up. No, I know you want to jump in on this conversation because I know they talking crazy right now, but just give it a second so we can get all the information we need. And I'll be finding out stuff. I'm like, wait, what? What? Oh, and then you put stories together in your mind. I don't say nothing to nobody. I'll be like, wow, that's crazy that, that happened. But sometimes they are in situations, and girls are also in situations where it's like you'll be sitting with your girl group, and then somebody comes up like, girl.
Right.
No.
So is that fair?
I mean, but the thing is, guys can be hoes too. I think it's like, in time, it's always been like when you're talking about a hoe, you're automatically talking about a girl. But that's not the case.
No.
There are definitely
man whore.
Like, that's a real thing. Yeah, so.
I feel like there needs to be a difference between being a hoe and being sexually free. Like, I'm sure a young lady, when she is out, expressing her sexual freedom, she don't think she's going to end up in a group chat. Like, she might not even know that boy A knows boy B.
Yeah, you can't be naive, though.
Do you think...
You can't be naive, though.
Do y'all think there's a difference?
You probably know the people who you're being sexually free with. Like, you should know if...
And you should trust them a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, no, sometimes you...
No, but some of these girls that end up in the group chats, like, they don't trust those men. Like, they're just being naive. Like,
that's fair.
Or they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or they know what they're doing and they okay.
Do y'all think there's a difference between being wholeness in the black community versus other racial or ethnic communities?
Ooh.
I do think...
Because TikTok has my mind blown with what these fair-skinned children be talking about.
I do think as black women, we are harder on ourselves
in our community
than other people are.
I think they just keep it under wraps a little bit better.
Not when they stumbling. We went to a PWI. When they stumbling out of dorm rooms with this Forever 21 heels and their dress on, and we all sitting in the hallway, getting safe.
That's true.
Yeah,
like,
but now it's like with TikTok, I see sneaky link where girls will take a video before they go and then afterwards, and I'm like, oh, y'all put this on the internet so people know. Or girls that get mad and be like, hi, that's why you got chlamydia now, because I gave him chlamydia. And I'm like, so now everybody knows your business.
Y'all got chlamydia.
Isn't chlamydia the clap?
Yes.
Yeah. She said something else. It was like one girl. She was like, he slept with my friend and now and blah blah blah. And now
I don't know.
Both get tested because I have.
Do you think it's ethnicity or do you think it's generation?
No, I think it's ethnicity.
Yeah.
Because I know there's some old Caucasian hoes.
Absolutely. I think we can learn a thing.
I think we need to learn a thing or two because the Caucasian hoes be getting 6-7 bedroom mansions.
Okay.
In their names.
6 and 7 figures.
Okay. In their names. So
I mean, but
we might have to elevate our wholeness or not call it wholeness. Just you gotta be free and test out. I mean, look at Sex in the City. There's no way that could be an African American Sex and the City.
No.
Like they, you know, like there's just no way, and that's because black women already have that stigma.
That's so true.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I think there's a difference.
So you can't like, flaunt it.
Yeah,
that's what I meant by like they keep it on the wraps a little bit more. That's all.
Or it's more accepted. Like I just think it's more accepted.
It's kind of like taboo, where you just don't really talk about it. I guess.
Yeah. But I think the
would love to be a fly on the wall in the conversation.
Yeah. And they're able to still be friends after, like, you know, like I slept with Johnny. Oh, I slept with Johnny too.
Oh my God.
Wasn't he great when he did this thing? And it's like, yeah. We can't be friends no more, girl.
Yeah.
It's like, I slept with Johnny. Oh, okay. Girl,
Back
Johnny here with somebody else. I just want to let you know.
Right.
That hit the group chat real quick.
Yup.
Oh, hey, Johnny.
So we'll be at a party making rounds. Hold on, y'all.
Veronica's doing just fine. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, I see you. You see me.
I see you a few times.
Let you know.
I see you.
I see you seeing me. Seeing you.
Okay. Don't think you slit hiding in a separate room, nigga.
I see you.
That's happened a few times though.
It sure has.
Yeah,
and I still go off about it.
Yeah.
Not for me. Not for me. I mean, it's not my situation, but once again, protective of your friends.
That's it.
All right.
Sorry, I don't know where that went. It's VJ.
It's Jay.
And this has been
A Sip and a Shot.